Welcome back, everybody, to Warhammer Weekend Times. I'm your host, Stan, and today we've got a battle between two Empire factions, the Grand Barony of Hochland, commanded by myself, and we have the Grand Duchies of Middenheim and Middenland, being commanded by Macaroni and Cheese. And let's just go ahead and go over the army comps and get right into this battle, because it does start off very quickly. But Macaroni and Cheese has 2 units of Outriders, 1 on each flank, as well as 2 units of Knights Panther, 1 on each flank as well. He's also got a unit of Knights of the White Wolf, very, very strong knightly order. He's got some units of Swords of Ulrich right over here. He's also got a couple units of Empire Halberdiers, 2 units of Empire Handgunners. He's also got some Flagellants and then some Witch Hunters kind of mixed in with them. Back over here, he's got some Empire Swordsmen, and it does look like he's got the rest of his knightly orders, the Knights Panther and Outriders over here. Not Outriders aren't specifically a knightly order, but, you know, his Knights Panther are. Then he's also got some Great Swords, I think 2 units of Great Swords, and then 1 unit of Empire Mortar, and then some Inner Circle Knights in the back. And then over here he's got some Warrior Priests of Sigmar, he's got a unit of Bright Wizards, and he's also got some Tübingen Guard. So really elite units kind of in the center of his deployment box, and then some more of the kind of typical, you know, Empire units kind of on the outskirts. But over here for my army, I am going to be bringing a very long gunner line of Hochland marksmen, 3 units of these. They've got a very high range damage, so I'll be able to hopefully pick off some cav if he sends them my way. I've also got a unit of Empire Mortar, and then some Empire Engineers, or I'm sorry guys, Master Engineers with Hochland long rifles. There we go, that's a tongue twister. I've also got 2 units of Great Swords, and then looks like I've got a unit of Master Engineers with the Peter handguns back here, and then I got 2 units of Outriders on this flank. Then over here, I've got a unit of Empire Great Cannon, some Hunters of Sigmar, 2 units of Knights Panther, and then some Knights in Carmine, and then an Inner Circle Knights unit over here, and then 1 unit of Demigryph Knights, which is going to have my General. So that is going to be the army comps, guys. Let's go ahead and get this battle going, because it's a very fast-paced, very epic Empire Civil War battle-esque thing. But it does look like the first thing that's going to happen is Macaroni and Cheese is going to start sending his cavalry over. He's going to send up his Knights of the White Wolf and his Knights Panther, and they are going to be charging very, very, very quickly into my units. I am going to start taking aim, though, with my Hochland marksmen, and they are going to be firing all at once into these knightly orders, killing quite a few of the Knights of the White Wolf. And then the Knights Panther are going to be following up behind them, taking some shots as well. The Outriders are going to be over here, picking off some of my other units. The Hochland long rifles do not, Hochland marksmen do not have a very high armor rating, and these Knights Panther are going to just charge right through my my marksman and halberd line, crushing a ton of my units. And then over here, the Knights Panther are almost going to make it there, but they're going to rout before they hit my marksman. And then I'm going to pull out the majority of my units away from that line, and then move up more of my halberd units to kind of hopefully engage some of these cav units as well. I'm going to be charging up my Outriders behind his units. He does have a unit of Outriders here as well, but his cav has been severely thinned out, and my Outriders are going to be following up, all firing in unison, hopefully, no, they won't do it, but they are going to be charging into these Knights Panther unit, and as they charge in, the gunpowder and charge bonus is going to cause these Knights Panthers to rout. The Knights of the White Wolf are going to give up a bit more of a fight, though, but they're going to be wavering as that gunfire is causing quite a bit of morale damage. Kind of see some of the Bright Wizards firing their shots out, but not really hitting anybody, thankfully, because those can be very, very deadly if used at kind of a moderate range, or if their kind of projectiles explode just above the heads of your units. They can typically just drench an entire unit in fire, and that'll be it for whatever they were targeting. I'm going to be charging up my Outriders. This is kind of a mistake, because he's going to charge in his Inner Circle Knights and really do quite a bit of damage to my Outriders. I think they're shaken, 1 unit is, but these Inner Circle Knights are completely going to outclass my Outriders in a melee engagement. We do have some cannon fire going on, though, and I am going to hit his front line very hard with my Empire Great Cannon and my Empire Mortar Cannon. But he is going to be firing back with his Empire Mortar. I'm going to try and hit his cannon crew, hopefully thin them out a little bit so I can move my Outriders up behind them. That was hopefully the idea, and get rid of his cannon early on. But my Outriders are going to start to break, and they're going to rout there. And I'm going to be moving up some of my Empire Halberdiers. And then way over here, there was kind of a cav engagement, but I am going to be pulling away from it quite a bit. Mostly just these Outriders basically kind of picking off my Knights in Carmine. If I can get engaged in melee, my Knights in Carmine will hopefully pull out victorious, but they are wavering, and if I'm not careful, they will... Yeah, there they go. They routed. These Outriders are very good at routing units, especially with their charge and their combined gunfire. I'm sorry, guys. Macaroni Cheese is going to charge into my Empire Great Cannon, and I am going to lose that unit pretty quickly, but then I'm going to just kind of cut my losses and move the rest of my cavalry force over into his units. He is going to start moving up his Empire Swordsmen and some of his Witch Hunters and Flagellants up, but I'm going to take advantage of that with my cavalry. Down here, in come the Knights Panther, just going to crush this unit of Empire Swordsmen, cut through them very, very quickly, and then over here, my Hunters of Sigmar are going to charge into the flanks of these Witch Hunters, doing a lot of damage to their ranks as well. These are really tanky, high HP, high range damage units, but they are going to rout. I'm not going to have to deal with them now, and they're going to get out of here. I do still have some Knights Panther over here, and some Outriders, looks like, over here for Macaroni and Cheese's unit, or his army, and some of his Inner Circle Knights are still active, so Cav is still very much still in the game for both teams. It does look like he's going to be moving up his Greatswords and his Swords of Ulrich, hopefully to get a few kills. It looks like something's unseen force, probably some of these, I'm not sure if he's got some gunners shooting in at me, but I am going to be taking, looks like, some range damage here. I am going to be moving up my cav a little bit, but then kind of lose micro on them as I'm slowly kind of pulling my units away. I am going to be moving up my Master Engineers with their Peter handguns, and they're going to be firing into the Swordsman unit and taking out quite a few of them as well. In each volley, they volley very quickly. I think do about 9 damage per shot, so not really a critical damage, but the fact is that they can focus down units so fast, especially big units like Giants or, oh man, big shot coming in from those, from what's left of these Bright Wizards. Actually, still a few of them left, about 4 in this unit. But like I was saying, the Empire, or I'm sorry, guys, the Master Engineers with the Peter handguns, they can pick off kind of low unit count units very, very quickly. They can cut through high HP targets with fairly effective ease. You know, I think it takes them about 4 or 5 volleys of concentrated fire. But you know, if you consider, like, depending on what scaling you are on, if you have like 45 Master Engineers shooting into like just 2 Giants, that's gonna be a lot of bullets coming in and hitting those Giants at a very, very quick rate. I mean, my Knights Panther over here are going to be routing to these handgunners. It does look like the combined fire from gunfire is actually very detrimental to a lot of these horse units and knightly orders. We are playing right now with an installment that has a little bit adjusted morale, so that may have a little bit of something to do with it, but you know, all this stuff that you guys see here, this is all subject to change, guys. You know, if you guys see a unit that's like super overpowered or super underpowered, that may change. And you know, one thing to keep in mind is a lot of units are going to be added to make these Empire factions feel more unique. One thing I can tell y'all is, like, for Talbeclan, they're going to get their own unique Demigryph Knight unit that's got halberds instead of just regular pikes, or you know, instead of just regular lances. So that's going to be really cool. You're going to see a lot more kind of faction-defining units in the rosters in the future, and some of these more elite and, you know, specific units may be a bit stronger or readjusted as well. So that's just something to keep in mind. But it does look like these Inner Circle Knights are going to be making short work of my Hochland marksmen. They are going to be starting to shake, and if I lose these units, they're going to be bad because they put me at a really good ranged advantage right now. And I can pick off his cav pretty effectively if I'm careful with them. I do have a line of my Master Engineers, though, that, my long rifles and my repeater handguns, and they're going to be firing in to these great swords and some of these other cavalry. I guess these are my cav, not his. I thought they were firing into these great swords, but I don't see any of them taking any casualties. Maybe they're firing at these handgunners. Who are they firing at? I don't know. They're firing at somebody. It looks like they're firing at these... Yeah, here they go. Their units are starting to thin out now. Maybe they just had a little bit of line of sight issue, or have trouble firing over this hill. But it does definitely look like these great swords are going to take quite a few casualties, and they are going to be wavering. I mean, look at this. Each volley, they're losing like 3 or 4 units, and so fast are those handgunners reloading. But the Inner Circle Knights are going to be charging straight into my repeater handgunner units, and I want to get these guys out of here as quickly as I can. They've already taken like half of their unit from that charge. They help me route units, you know, so effectively that I don't want to lose them. I really don't. So I'm going to try and pull them out, but not well. I am going to lose almost each and every single one of them. and I think that is just my mismanagement of my micro. I am going to be moving my Empire Halberdier down here, kind of like Jaws of Death, moving into these Inner Circle Knights, like a Venus flytrap slowly moving in, and then I'm going to kind of hold them down with Cav as I do move in, so really going to take a lot of revenge on these Inner Circle Knights units, take a lot of my frustration out on them, because I did not want to lose those Master Engineer units. They were helping me immensely with the infantry. It was just so hard for him to approach them with any of his infantry units. You pretty much have to take them out with Cav or just superior gunfire units, or, you know, if you can get giants close enough, they'll tear through them real quick as well. But these Hochland marksmen are going to be moving up into another favorable position, I hope, picking at his outriders. One going down right there. Let's see. It does look like his general is going to go down there as well from the Inner Circle Knight unit. I don't really think he's got a lot to kind of combat me with at this point. He's lost 90% of his army. I still have about 33% left of mine. So there is the numbers advantage that I have. He does... I think he's... No, his cav is routing now, so he doesn't really have a lot of cav left. I do have a significant of cavalry available to me at this point. But it looks like he's just mostly got outriders. His knights are routing there, and I am going to be picking at them, or picking at some units with my Hochland long rifle unit. If we look over here, I mostly have my halberdier units, a few units of Hochland marksmen, which are really, really good. I think they have a longer range than the typical Empire gunner units as well, or handgunner units. Which, you know, I mean, 12 damage is a lot, guys. That's like more than Banderleris Gringos, I think. These guys are about 1,500 gold right now. So, just, you know, something to think about. When you guys have to, like, if you guys are ever, like, matched up against these, be very, very careful sending your low armor unit. Look, they're hiding! I don't know if they just always hide in long grass or not, or if they're just in a special spot. But apparently you can have those units hide, which I did not notice that, actually, when I was playing this game. So that's kind of a cool fun fact for them. Okay, guys, that was the game. I had a lot of fun playing on this map, too. Pretty good 1v1 map. I don't know if I'd play this on, like, a 2v2 map, because it is very, like, bunched up. But let's take a look at the unit kills. I got a lot of kills with my Empire, I keep calling these Empire Engineers. Master Engineers with the Peter handguns, got a lot of kills with them, 158. So even though I did lose them, they put in a lot of work and probably paid for themselves. If we move down here, my Empire Mortar and Great Cannon did a lot of work as well. 160 with my Mortar, 109 with my Great Cannon. I usually don't take the cannon units unless it's like a siege, because they have such a kind of a long rate of fire. And once units kind of move in on you, that you won't have a lot of opportunity. You can move your Mortar back and kind of shoot, you know, over your units a little more effective, so I feel like you can be a little more close range with your mortar. But your cannon, it's a little harder to use. If you're playing against an army that you know is going to, like, turtle up and, like, play a defensive position, I would say go ahead and take the cannon, because you can do a lot of damage at a range with them. But other than that, anything like super spectacular. Hundreds of Sigmar got 50 kills, pretty good. 73 kills with my marksmen. Yeah, my marksmen they got a good amount of kills. This one did not 30, but this is definitely the one that got charged really early on and just demolished. So, but anyway, guys, I hope you guys liked the battle replay. I will definitely be bringing more of these kind of Empire versus Empire faction Civil War stuff if you guys like them. Hopefully some new maps as well. I know this one was kind of a cool little, like, lakeside. I think this is actually right next to Blackwater, or this is what this one's supposed to be. So, but anyway, guys, I'll be bringing more of these kinds of battles if you guys want them. So hopefully have some more of these for you guys soon. But anyway, guys, I'm Stan, and that is all I got for y'all today, and I'll see y'all next time.